An unprecedented series of events, It's a Wrap got to hit the road and cover a bit of what is happening in the Rongo region that was almost brought to its knees following lockdown as a result of the COVID pandemic. This is Usakos Today. Businesswoman, entrepreneur, pioneer, mother, wife, and local councillor Irene Simeon-Kurz and I chatted about the impact of lockdown on the town of Usakos and on her businesses.
Well, the lockdown is something that none of us expected. We had no idea what it would have been like. I had no idea how it was going to be. So it was an experience for all of us, each and every entrepreneur. All of a sudden, you had the roads that are closed. My business is extremely dependent on traffic from the coast to Windhoek and Windhoek to the coast and up north. So with the situation where Windhoek was on complete lockdown, Walkish Bay on complete lockdown, Usakos came to a complete standstill. It was devastating. People's salaries fell with 50%. Company income dropped with 2/3, meaning there was absolutely no trading. Nothing was happening. You would wake up in the morning and you would all be watching, seeing no movement, no car. And it is still continuing with a curfew that has been announced where we have to close down at around 10 up to 4 a.m. I mean, our business is 24/7. Imagine you don't have any single sale between 10 p.m. until 5 a.m. the next morning. How do you pay your employees? That is the effect. All.
I asked Irene Simeon-Kurz whether, in her opinion, lockdown was worth it or not.
As a country, yes and no. A lot of businesses really suffered. I'm sure they could have found other ways, to mitigate, the situation or the crisis that we're finding ourselves in. But on the other hand, for businesses, I mean, it was a good reset button. In my case, for example, I could now clearly see who I'm dependent on in terms of my clientele, who's coming from where, the impact of the tourism market on my business, and that type of thing. But definitely, overall, we did take a dip. I mean, a lot of people are unemployed. Obviously, they only buy essentials. So they don't buy luxuries anymore and so forth.
Irene Simeon-Kurz shared the lessons she has learned as a businesswoman that she will implement going forward.
We've learned to start, using social media to, promote your business out there, to be a bit more innovative, creative, thinking of other ways, of boosting your income so that at least you can manage, your operational expenses of your business. So I'm sure a lot of entrepreneurs became creative. Exactly what we need as a country, because as Namibians, we are a bit relaxed, and we expect a bit more from, other sources, for example, government to do things for us. But with the lockdown, it has really pushed us hard to see, how you can tap into other markets and situations and so. and also networking globally and look at other opportunities out there.
Irene also serves as a local councillor, and I asked her to share what has transpired since we've seen a political shift in councillors following the last elections.
Yeah, generally Namibia is a peaceful country. So whether the Erongo is now in the hands of the opposition that we're not used to, it is still good. We've got good relations and so forth. It's a bit early to say what we have achieved and where we are going. But I can say from the little bit that we have done, looking at policy issues and all of that, because policy is what's going to guide us, going forward and how we want to achieve certain outcomes with regard to our town. But I'm positive if we work together. At the end of the day, it's one Namibia. So whether opposition or not, if we work together, I can see great outcomes for Namibia. Water remains a huge problem. Currently, we get water from under the ground. We've got our own boreholes, good quality water. But it's not enough to sustain the town. So we use a combination of the NEM water supply and our own basically really to save on cost and to see whether we can give our residents a better rate. So yeah, water remains a problem. Namibia is a country known for drought, so we'll see how we get around it. But I see growth coming, especially with the new council. We want to bring back the old glory of Usakos. If Transnama can come back and put up their rails here and employ more people, that I'm looking forward to. Employment remains a problem, so I want to see 1 or 2 factories being set up. Land is available, it's affordable, so any investor out there, if you can come and look at the potential and invest in Usakos, I think we can really push up the town.
For as little as 20 Namibian dollars a month, you can get funeral cover from Sanlam, with claims that get paid out within 7 hours. To get a quote or for more information, simply SMS your name, town, and contact number to 555 for a callback. No obligations, T's and C's, and standard SMS rates apply.
Hey, now that's hitting the right notes. When life gets boring, we bring out our play. You see, playfulness is in our DNA. It's in the way we move and laugh. It's in the way we walk, the way we rock, and how we just don't stop. You feel me? We add color to everything, to every day and every dish, because the world needs our crazy. We're the different flavors that make life more exciting. We're the ones who add color to every moment. Fanta, color every moment.
The Mnet Movies Afro Cinema pop-up channel is a festival of African film, celebrating stories and storytellers from every corner of our continent. Join us for 10 days of African films. Available on DStv Premium, Compact Plus, Compact, Family and Access. The Mnet Movies Afro Cinema pop-up channel, 21 to 30 May on channel 198, hosted by Africa's most loved storyteller.
There are plans underway to transform the former building that housed the town council into a new museum, which will help to attract visitors to the town.
The idea of the museum came about from a Swiss professor who traveled from South Africa doing his personal research. And when he arrived in Usakos, he was stunned by the railway and the ruins in Usakos. So he decided to confront the town council on creating a community museum for Usakos. And then they started their creed, and they started with research, and they started collecting pictures from old women, 4 women in particular, who lived in the old location. And then they started with creating a photographic exhibition, which is mounted in the old colonial building. And then from there, we started doing research, and 2015, we started together with the Swiss students and University of Namibia students in researching the broader project. And then, we created the exhibition. The exhibition went viral. The exhibition was exhibited in Cape Town, Johannesburg, and then it traveled to the US, Barbados, and China, and all that. So the exhibition really changed the image of Usakos. It marketed Usakos internationally and all that. And now we are busy doing further research and creating the museum. We are hoping to open in August 2021. We are actually appealing to the community and others, international community, the local community, to contribute towards the project by giving old artifacts, sharing information, and all those kind of things. The building was built in 1908. It was turned into a national monument in 2018. It actually made the century in 2018. So it's a national heritage for Usakos as well. It used to be an old train station back in the days. And that's why the building is so huge. It's celebrated in Usakos. It's like the image of Usakos, together with the water towers up in the Boatop. We are planning on putting in more exhibitions, artifacts, and all that. We'll have a library, we'll have a cafe, we'll have a train in front of the building. There's an old locomotive. We are thinking of placing it in front of the building. It will just not be a museum, but it will be an educational hub for our local learners as well, whereby they will use the free internet for their homeworks, whereby they will use the library to do their homework and all that. Usakos to please contribute towards the project and be supportive towards the project as well. Not just the locals, but then just to add a bit, we also had a interview recently with late Ethiopian Kurap's wife, whereby she intended to contribute towards the project, and especially to the library. She will donate all the books he used to read and all that. And then we also had an interview with him just before he passed on, and that was a beautiful interview we had with him. So those are memories we kept in the museum, and some of the ideas we'll exhibit in the museum as well.
With its approximately 3,000 inhabitants, the bustling hive of activity in Usakos' streets in the morning are quite something to behold.
Hello? Hello to the man without the plan.
Aye, man, enough now.
Enough. You're clearly not ready to be amazed by the amazing football in May.
What amazing football?
I'm talking about the 155 Premier League, La Liga, Serie A, FA Cup and Champions League matches, bro.
Be amazed by the world's best football when you get connected to DStv to watch the pinnacle of Europe's big leagues as well as the finals of the FA Cup and Champions League.
It's time to celebrate Africa at the FNB Africa Day Concert. Featuring artists from across the continent, it's an extravaganza of African unity, diversity, and talent. Catch the FNB Africa Day Concert on One Africa TV on the 25th of May 2021 at 4:30 p.m. Proudly brought to you by FNB Namibia. FNB, how can we help you?
Be Beat any price with Game Store's unbeatable deals. Deals valid until 26 May. T's and C's apply. You've got game and game's got you.
Whilst in the Irongo region, I met some NIMT students in Arandis who shared their experiences living as young people at the town.
Before, it was really good, especially the entertainment. It was really an exciting thing. Especially chilling out. Just have a lot of time at chilling with your friends and all that at bars, understand? So after now, during this pandemic, we are no more free. We are limited and all that. So it's not really good. But as we see things in future, we believe, yeah.
I think experience, actually there's a lot actually for youngsters to get inspired, because there are a lot of minds here. As you can see, this is a mining town. So there's a lot of inspiration for youngsters here. And coming to entertainment, giving the quantity of people that are here, I think it's quite enough for people out here, and then it's enough entertainment and inspiration-wise for youngsters. The experience is quite good.
Actually, when COVID started, it's something we didn't expect. And when it came, so it was really hectic, and our entertainment got cut and job were lost. So, but it's something we learn to live with. And actually, right now, when lockdown started to get over, things still not to please me. And I don't know, maybe we just have to get used to it.
From lockdown, it was quite hectic because actually we were forced to stay home, given the fact that the schools were closed and the bars were closed, and you are trapped inside the house. You have no way to go, nothing actually to do, actually by just sitting at home or watching TV or something. You cannot even go out for wind of change, just to check out the whole place surrounding. It was actually very hectic, and after lockdown, things became better, changing step by step. And now actually it's getting back to normal. As you can all see, we are adapting to the fact that we have to live with COVID-19. So I think it's quite, now things are getting better.
Life before lockdown, it's more better, I'm the kind of person who likes going out, like moving around, traveling. And when lockdown started, everything changed. There was no possibility to travel anymore, moving around with friends, meeting friends. In terms of even students, trying to help out students, you cannot move around anymore. Just business-wise, everything was really tough. Possibilities of making money were rare. So, but now I think things are getting better. Entertainment-wise, I think we are getting there. It's really going.
As you can see, quite a school named. Actually, it was really struggling because it was closed and people were not being paid, and because students were not going to school, and the whole place was just on lockdown, and we have nothing to do. People have nothing to do economically. The bars were closed. Actually, supermarkets were also struggling because people are not allowed to go to. There's a limited number of people that have to go there, and some people even lost their jobs. Actually, everything, both sides, I think economically, everything was just struggle. It was a big struggle. Actually.
Right now, what I can say about my life before lockdown was very great, and but it was very nice because we could do shows. We had an annual event about this brand, Amber Freedom. Like each year, we held an annual event for it to grow. So basically, through lockdown, no entertainment, less finance for us youth, less youth. But what I can say, we did a great album through the lockdown in Agogo. We featured a lot of young guys. And through lockdown, we dropped an exclusive album, and it sold out. And it was a surprise for me, like through lockdown, how can you sell an album, such an album, and it got sold out. it was a surprise for me. So, but me as a youth, how it really affected me financially, yeah, it did, like badly. But I've learned a lot. Like, you must humble yourself, work hard, do side businesses. Because us as youth, you must hustle. Like, I don't have a daily job, so I have to do something else to get money. Yeah.
From lockdown, I think I've learned that anything can happen, life can change any minute, So, but what I can say, I've learned to adapt to it, and yeah, that's all I can say. On one side, it really helped to avoid the spread of the virus, but I think on the other side, it affected a lot of businesses and a lot of things affected schools and everything. So basically, I guess I can take it on two sides.
When I was here before lockdown, there were a lot of entertainment places here and there. There were not really a lot. But as I came now, I found out like people have really developed. The entertainment places are a lot.
I think it was actually an experience, a good experience. We've learned a lot of things, and things can change like in a blink of an eye. You can be living good today and tomorrow everything can change. It can be different. So I think they've taught us a better lesson on how to ways of actually struggling to make money, because you cannot be dependent on one thing only. Like when you say entertainment place, you have to invest something here and here and here, find ways to make money actually. Because if something just like COVID-19 come again, then you are prepared for it. It's like it was a wake-up call for us.
I think it was the best idea for the government, because actually it was the best protection idea. The government was just trying to protect us, and the virus was really spreading fast. Yeah, I think it was the best idea.
On one side, it really helped to avoid the spread of the virus, but I think on the other side, it affected a lot of businesses and a lot of things affected schools and everything. So basically, I guess I can take it on two sides.
Yeah, we've learned some lessons from lockdown, but right now, COVID is vaccination, so things will just get back to normal, I think.
I've learned that anything can happen, life can change any minute. So, but what I can say, I've learned to adapt to it, and yeah, that's all I can say.
And with that, it's a wrap. Thanks for watching.
Hi beautiful souls, this is Nikita Winkler and I am here to share easy tools for stretching that you can do just about anywhere. In this session, we will be doing a full body stretch routine on the mat. Please remember that this is just a demonstration video, so once your body knows what it's doing, take your time and do a few more repetitions. So let's get started. So we're going to start on all fours, making sure that the shoulders are in line with the wrists so that the arms are not far out or too close to the body. And then that the hips are in line with the knees, hip width apart. In this position, we're going to go into a cat-cow stretch. Inhale, bring the head towards the tailbone. And exhale, bring the hips and the head towards each other, tucking the chin in, pulling into the back. And again, inhale, head towards tailbone, arch the back. Exhale, bring the chin in as well as the hips pulling into the back. From here, just drop your tailbone onto your heels, reach the arms into this child pose resting position. Once you feel ready, come back up onto all fours, plant your palms, tuck your toes, and lift your hips into the sky. In this downward dog position, we want to plant the heels down into the mat and press the chest towards the legs. From here, you're going to go up onto your toes. You're going to bring the hips forward, zip the core, roll the spine all the way until the hips reach the floor. Shoulders are pulling down and back. Head is up in the seal pose. Inhale, exhale, bend your knees, take the tailbone back into your heels. And we go one more time. Come onto all fours. Cat-cow. Inhale, arch the back. Exhale, pull into the back, opening up the back. Inhale, arch. Exhale, cat. And then plant the palms, plant the toes, lift into a downward dog. Inhale, up onto the toes, roll the body through all the way back to the mat. Open up the chest. And exhale, come back to child's pose, where you can take a moment to breathe and relax. Beautiful. Thank you for joining me in this session. Don't forget to breathe and happy stretching.
Mama!
More than ever before, football fans demand unique insight and analysis. The Football Review is much more than a highlights show. Bold, provocative editorial that goes beyond conventional reporting, setting the agenda for football discussion. Champions League, Premier League, La Liga, Serie A, Bundesliga, Liga and much more. Want genuine insight with hard-hitting editorial? Need compelling premium football content? The Football Review. Best bar none.